Did you know that you can deduct your union dues from your taxes every year? Hey, this is TJ from TJ2.com, and today we're getting into union fees and dues and how to deduct them from your taxes. Well, let's start off with deductions, which a lot of people want to know what are deductions. They're expenses that lower your tax liability by lowering your taxable income. For individuals like you and me, well, not not everybody, people who actually go out and they work for an employer and get W-2s and things of that nature, they're expenses that are deducted from your gross income to arrive at your adjusted gross income. And for business owners, they're expenses that are subtracted from your total business income or your total sales in order to arrive at your taxable income, which is your net profit. Also, well, they're allowable expenses that you can deduct. Not necessarily what you spent, but what you can deduct. Some expenses are not 100% deductible. Some of them are only 50% or a certain percentage of the amount that you spent. And they're also called tax write-offs. Excuse me. The rules for these types of expenses is that they have to be necessary, they can't be lavish, and they have to be in connection with your business, trade, or your profession. So then the question becomes, are union fees deductible? And how much of them are deductible? Union fees are deductible 100% unless part of your union fees or dues are used for political lobbying, and that's the part that is actually not deductible. So your typical union dues or fees are on average $400 a year, which usually will break down to 2 hours of pay per month. And that's used for dues, your initiation fees, out of work benefit assessments for union members. You pay them so that the union can provide you with legal representation, legislative lobbying, health, welfare, and safety funds, and strike funds, and all types of benefits that are geared towards helping the worker out. Your union fees are post tax, which means that you are taxed on your income. You'll see that in your check that you're taxed on your income, and then your union fees are deducted, which is, you know, now you can get a deduction. Now you can use them on your taxes to get a deduction. A lot of people want to know, can you get your union fees back? And only if you ever paid them in error, to be honest. You won't get them back in cash 999% of the time, not by the union anyway. You get your union fees back uh, in the form of the services that the union provides you. And on your taxes, you can lower your tax liability. If you're getting a refund, it may increase the refund that you're getting, but if you're not getting a refund, obviously you're not going to get your union fees back. Um, and then the questions become, where do you file your union dues on your taxes? Okay, so what you would use is an itemized deduction. If you're not taking the standard deduction, you would be using an itemized deduction, for which is the Schedule A of the Form 1040. 1040 is what is the form that pretty much everybody uses to, no matter who you are, to file your taxes, to report your income. And Schedule 1040A is the itemized deduction form that you would use to write down all of your expenses that you had. Well, you wouldn't write them down, there's not enough lines. You would add them up, you would list them elsewhere, add them up, and then file them under other expenses or whatever type of expense they are. But the union dues specifically are labeled under other expenses, which I believe is line 16, and I will show you that here in a second. But basically, get your deductions. There are so many deductions that you can actually qualify that a lot of people don't realize, which is one of the reasons why I always say that it's best to start a business, because at the end of the day, even if you're not making any money on your business, and even if you're actually losing money on your business, the amount of deductions that you can claim on your taxes every year can actually offset those expenses or actually increase your tax refund if you're getting one. So start a business, get your deductions. Standard deductions are only $12,000, but if you can itemize correctly, you can handle that. Is what I'm saying. So do what you do, and don't forget to click the like, the subscribe, and the notification bell so you can get more information from me. I'm going to be doing an entire series on all the different deductions and credits that you can claim on your taxes to increase your wealth. Have a nice day. And this is your itemized deductions form 1040 Schedule A. And this is where you would put your itemized deductions for your union dues.